Independence Day is a great time to not only celebrate freedom, but to take meaningful action towards keeping that freedom. The Convention of States Hawaii team put together an attention-grabbing float for a July 4th parade, spreading the word about the constitutional solution that's as big as the problem, an Article 5 convention for bypassing D.C. On Wednesday, Convention of States Action President Mark Meckler appeared on the Truth and Liberty show, and he had this to say.
And human nature tells us that people like power and we accumulate power, and when we have power, we don't like to give up power. And this is just the story of all humankind. And so the idea that Congress itself is going to say, you know what, we'll just stop spending so much money. Or, you know what, we don't love being here in DC enough, and so we'll just term limit ourselves. They're never going to do these things if we believe those things are necessary, which I think probably all of your viewers and listeners do. We're going to have to do those things ourselves.
I think it's a really exciting concept, and I think it could be it'd be like the dawning of a new age of liberty for not just America, but for the world.
The COS North Carolina team continues to pressure the Senate to take action on the COS resolution, most recently with an op-ed that appeared in an Enquirer journal. The piece was appropriately published on July 4th and refers to Article 5 as the break glass in case of emergency provision. What does it mean to practice biblical citizenship? Convention of States is renewing its partnership with Patriot Academy with a free online class that debuts July 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern and will run weekly through September 2nd. The virtual classroom will be hosted by COS President Mark Meckler as well as America's Constitution coach Rick Green.
Hey, it's one thing to study the Constitution. It's another thing to study the Constitution in the room where the Constitution was created. You can do that via video. You can join Mark and me on those videos and with your fellow patriots. There's something about doing this with other people. There's kind of an iron sharpening that happens. You get to, have discussion about whatever we teach in the class. It's just a lot more fun to do this with other patrons.
Yeah, and as a lawyer, I've been studying the Constitution for a long time. I'll just tell you, I get more out of this class, and I've watched it a bunch of times now, than I've done any other way, because it's watching the interaction, the interplay, all the lessons, being here in Independence Hall. It's just incredible. No better way to learn the Constitution than to be here with us.
We do it, we call it the Quick Start Guide, because we're not going to spend a year on this thing. It's just going to be a few weeks, but you get to do this with your friends and family and other patriots across the country. Be sure you dive in and study the Constitution. Do your part as a citizen, and we'll save our constitutional republic.
Finally, check out this extended look at recent snapshots from grassroots events going on around the country, including with the COS teams in Florida, Michigan, Colorado, Tennessee, Montana, Utah, and Indiana. And now, you're up to date with Convention of States.
What do we want?